Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit Azabi here, back again with Attack on Titan Season 4. We're on episode 27, and in the last episode, we had the attack where our sort of rescue squad, so to speak, who are going to save the world, in order to catch up to Eren, they had to take the flying boat, which is being guarded by the Jaegerists, and unfortunately, they had to end up killing them. The likes of Armin and Connie and Mikasa and Jean, they all didn't want it to come to this, but it ended up going that way anyway, and I always felt that it was always going to with Flock there anyway, but you know, it's something that they didn't want to happen, and it's ended up doing that, and at the very end Connie's had to kill Samuel and Daz. I can't remember Samuel from, like, you know, past seasons, or like, you know, but I can remember Daz though. But I did say, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Samuel was one of the guys that you can remember, like, put a name to the face from, like, the early seasons or whatever. But yeah, I mean, he's had to kill those two, and it was a nice little sort of comparison as to what happened with Berthold so long ago. So I like that it brought that back. But it was a summer end of the episode, but the fight's still going on. Flock is still alive, I believe. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see if he actually comes to his end. You know, because he's one of the characters that, you know, a lot of people tend to sort of like agree with the idea that he's, like, in terms of his character, it's one of the things that, like, you can totally tell, like, from, like, where his character sort of, like, started, the reason why he is the way that he is. I feel like that it's sort of, like, become more sort of, like, entangled and engrossed in sort of, like, control now, rather than, like, you know, like, obviously leading up to the point of the way that he was, but, like, I just feel like with sort of Eren sort of out of the picture, kind of falls on Flock to be, like, this, you know, this sort of, like, I don't know, like pseudo king of Paradise Island, that where, like, he just takes things way too far. So we'll see if he comes to the end in this episode. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if Armin is going to be able to heal without going into his Titan form. And if he is going to have to go into his Titan form, well, he's going to have to get the hell away. You know, I believe they weren't really fatal shots, though. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we have the Azumabitos, who are underground as well, so they are kind of safe from the ensuing carnage that's taking place up top. And I believe probably, since this is the penultimate episode, we'll probably see an end to this battle in this episode, but we'll have to wait and see on that. So yeah, we will actually get into this episode and see what we get. So without further ado, actually, no, as always, I've almost forgot this bit. As always, the reaction will be here on YouTube, but if for whatever reason it gets taken off for copyright in the future, I'll re-upload this as a discussion only, and a link to the reaction will be in the description below. As always, a link to the full length is in the description below as well, so if you do want to watch my full length reaction to this episode and all the other episodes that I do, then the link is down there for you. Also, a link to the last episode for early access is also linked down below as well. So if you do want to get early access to the last episode of Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 2, then the link is down there for you. But yes, nothing else to really talk about, so we are going to get in episode 27, see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Oh, fucking hell. That was really cool. I like it. It's just transition. Oh, fuck. Fucking whole day. Eren's gonna have flattened, like... Yeah, they're gonna flatten the fucking half the world before... That's mad! アズマ人が所有する格納庫があります。そこでも飛行艇の整備は可能です。Right, how do you get it there? Oh, 船で飛行艇を並行したまま出港し、さらに半日持つかは賭けになります。Oh God, it's gonna be one of them things where they're trying to finish it up before it's retrospective. Oh shit, they're out in the open now. Cool. I like how he's shielding it with his forearm. Nice. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Alright, he's figured it out. Nice! Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh! Shit! It blew his arm off. Of course, there's like no armor plating like there, is there? I don't know how much the female Titan can take of these. And she doesn't know about them either. Ah! Bloody hell. Man, Reiner can only take so much. He's the only one that can like legitimately take a Thunder Spear as well. And like he's... Yes! Yes! Just go for it. He might just go for it. He's going for it. He's going for it. I wonder what he looks like. When he was he had like a really long neck, didn't he? Oh, reinforcements. Oh, God. Right, who was that? Who was that? I'm trying to think who would have... Oh, my God. Poor Annie. She doesn't know what's going on. Ah, Connie! What a guy! Damn, look at him! Oh, Jesus! I remember because Jean hesitated back in the first half of season 3, didn't he? It's a good thing she's very maneuverable. Oh, has he done it? Has he done it? Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Holy fuck. Dude. He looks sick. What the fuck? He's got like bird. Oh. Hell. Fuck. Somebody. I don't know. Come on, anybody. Oh, man. What did it hit? Because it's all red. Oh my God. Wow. Fucking hell. Oh my God. Right, that is the best kill I have ever seen in this show. That was nuts. It always goes badly the first time. He looks insane. Jesus. Gotta get him out, gotta get him out. Alright, fucking hell. Whew. That was an insane sequence. Unreal. Is he not coming? He's gonna end up dying. It's a red flag. He's staying there. Bloody hell. Oh! Oh, God! Shardis! I forgot about Shardis. God, these two. They're like two peas in a pod. And they're gonna sacrifice themselves. Yeah, I thought that was Shardis there.
教え子たちの成長に。あんたは後に
What a badass. He was never supposed to be that guy either, was he? He had that whole thing about being special and...
自分の両親に気づいておきながら子供たちを国の都合のいいように指導し壁を破壊するよう命じた。あんたにできなくても俺はあんたを誇りに思うよ。
It's crazy how like these two become best buds.
その子たちも同じだ。ところで名前は
Keith
シャーです。あんたはテオ・マガト。
Oh man. They had to go out with a sacrifice play, didn't they? God.
君たちの故郷レベリオを救う道はどこにも。
Annie. Shit.
私は降りる。
What's she gonna do?
たとえ地ならしが今すぐ止まったとしてもレベリオもマーレも壊滅状態は避けられない。それはマガトも分かっていたよ。だが彼は命を賭して私たちを先へ進めた。名も知らぬ人々を一人でも多く救えと私たちに託すためだ。
私がエレンを殺そうとするのをあんたは黙って見てられる。もう戦いたくない。あんたと殺し合いたくない。あんたたちともエレンとも。
I wonder if that's that bird flying there represents Eren. Okay, episode 27. Fucking hell, another really, really intense episode. I don't really know where to start because yeah, I don't know, man. Commander McGarth and Keith Shardis. Like two peas in a pod, man. It's like just that little snippet that they were together. It just felt like they were a match made in heaven, you know? Like just two peas in a pod. They like become like best buds, and then but it was set up for them to make the sacrifice play. I mean, realistically, Shardis didn't even have to go along with that either, you know? But like you say, he was just looking for a good time to die, a good place, a good reason for doing so. Damn, man. Just fucking so happened, didn't it? I mean, did they really have to? Was there not like a thunder spear somewhere where they could have used it to just sink that ship? You know what I mean? To not fucking go out. But I don't know. Maybe they were done with it. Maybe it's another sort of callback kind of thing. Like, because like if you recall back to when Erwin died, like he was ready to go. You know, like he'd made peace with it. And maybe it's just the same with McGarth and Shardis, you know. But yeah, man, Keith Shardis has been there since fucking hell, since episode 3. I mean, he was out of it for a long time, but you know, to come back and be special, you know, because I remember that whole sequence where, you know, when we flash back to you know, when Grisha, like when he found Grisha outside the walls, and he basically proclaimed that Grisha was special and that he himself wasn't, but by essentially destroying the reinforcements, he allowed for the rescue squad to go away and save the world. In which case, if he hadn't done that, then it wouldn't have happened. So, you know, he had his part to play in saving the world, and for that he ends up being special. So yeah, they went out like badasses. So I can't, you know, I can't knock it too much. I loved at the very beginning as well. It was like a cool transition where, you know, a lot of the time in like anime, you'll have like the first, like sort of like the last episode, like the sort of like the last minute or so, you'll sort of recap in the start of the next episode. But I thought it was an awesome sort of transition where like it obviously went into like kind of like slow motion, showing what obviously Connie had done and killed Samuel and Daz, and it showed him, and then in the background, like out of like a sort of like, you know, motion blur or like, you know, just depth of field to watch, you know, the female Titan come across. I just thought it was a really, really cool transition. And there was a lot of cool things in this fucking episode, man. Like that whole sequence where it was just like, you know, you had Annie and Reiner just taking Thunder Spear after Thunder Spear after Thunder Spear. You know, I can't believe they actually survived, like how many they took. Because they took a lot. I didn't even know that Annie would be able to take that amount, to be honest. You know, because she doesn't have any armor whatsoever. All it would have took really is one Thunder Spear to the back of the nape and she would have died. I mean, but then you've got to assume that obviously Reiner took the brunt of all of that. You know, but obviously watching that unfold, like given their role to just stop it from hitting the ship, was really, really cool scene. And then obviously Falco sort of like watching on, sort of being like, I can't just sit here helpless. And actually up until that point where he was like, I'm going to turn, you know, I need to, you know, become the Jaw Titan and help here. I'd actually forgotten that he was the Jaw Titan. So, you know, seeing him actually like go for it was really cool. And also he has a sick look to him. I really like his look. It's almost like, I don't know, because I guess sort of Galliard's look was, I mean, this is a thing, like when you look back at like Emiya's was very just kind of ordinary. Like she had the sharp teeth and whatever, and she kind of looked like a little bit of a gremlin. But like, you know, when you look at the likes of Galliard, who has like this almost like facial mask that comes with it, and now you've got Falco, who also has a facial mask, but it kind of comes out like almost like a bird. And I've noticed that like with his sort of like, you know, his limbs are all bird-like, which I really like. It's like a cool aesthetic that I really like. This is the thing though with it, is that's interesting. I didn't really get a good look at the way that he bites, because I'm not sure, can he control the mask thing, the outside? Because he's got his actual sort of like more normal mouth like inside, but I don't know, maybe it's like a xenomorph kind of thing. Well, not that way, because then his normal mouth got to protrude out, but you know what I mean, like two mouths that are actually both useful. You know, I don't know, but it is a very, very cool look, and I really like it. And then you had, I mean, Mikasa with the kill of the series. I mean, that was overkill. Did you have to do that? I mean, dude, I don't care either way, because it was fucking unbelievable. But like, there is no way. Like, I'm racking my brain for like other kills. That one was insane. Like, I thought as simple as the one that took place like about 5 episodes ago, where she like kind of like reverse thrusts back and like does like the slash, you know, whilst coming back. I thought that was cool, but like the simplicity of that compared to what I just witnessed is nuts. She took a guy's head off, wrapped his body around with like the maneuver gear wire in a way to throw his body against another Jaegerist, then skewered them, and while dashing away basically taught the wire of the Thunder Spear to pull the pin on it to blow them the hell. I can't. And then just shower in their blood. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's so badass. But was it necessary? Like, you don't think that Mikasa would want to do that? Like, that's like, on the verge of desecrating a corpse. Like, I know that she's obviously just killing these people, but I mean, I thought the start of that move of taking the guy's head off was brutal for her to do it against people that she knows or might know, whatever. But to take the guy's head off and then blow them up like into pieces, that was brutal. Fucking unbelievable though. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a. That's a challenge for you guys out there. Like, find me a better kill than that one, because I can't. I can't find one. You know, that was insane. What else? Yeah, so they're on their way to a city, a coastal sort of city called Uraha, where there is a hangar with proper equipment to basically, you know, to service the, you know, the flying airship, and therefore they can obviously do it away from Paradis, where they're likely to get attacked again, and it's still going to take half a day. And they were basically saying at that point it's still too late anyway. I mean, the rate at which Eren is kind of moving with all of these Titans is actually shocking to me, because I mean, they're moving quick. What they said, 4 days to wipe out the entire continent, to flatten it all. And if we go by the theory that the Attack on Titan world is basically just our world flipped, like upside down, then you're talking about Africa. The size of Africa. I'm sure it's the biggest continent on the planet. Right? And that only takes 4 days. I mean, that's insane. I mean, I know the idea that obviously he's flattening and killing off everyone else is horrific, right? But I just got an image of my head of him zigzagging, because he has to, right? I mean, if he wants to flatten the entire world, then he has to go back and forth, right? Like he's mowing a lawn. that's the kind of that's horrific. Oh god. I'm comparing the basically the extinction of like humankind to mowing a lawn. But if he wants to be, I don't know. If he wants to get everyone, he has to go back and forth. So, I don't know, man. It's just it's a funny image underlying a horrific situation. So yeah, 4 days to flatten the entire continent, and it's not going to matter anyway, because the whole place the only place that we know outside of Paradis that we've ever seen is Liberia and everything anyway, and by the sounds of it, we're not even going to be able to see it anyway. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna. You see, because when you're looking at it, right, from the perspective that we're looking at it from, I don't see it being a case that we're gonna like all of a sudden go to Eren's point of view. I feel like it probably makes more sense that we actually just stick with the perspective from like our group, you know, which means that we're going to see them in Odaha or whatever, probably feel the rumbling coming when they're trying to service it quick, and then basically get it done just before like Eren passes by or shows up, right? Basically make it right down to the wire, and then from then on it's going to be interesting to see where they go. And then we had at the very end, well, actually, first of all, Flock was shot. I never thought he was actually that good with the maneuver gear. I never thought that he was actually that good. I mean, I guess it's we've never really seen, so we could never judge, you know. I guess you could just make a case for it that like he's so, like, you know, he almost like willed it to happen, you know. he was like, I can't let this happen like that much. He just has to go for it, and so he managed to just scrape his way through there, and he almost got it, but he did get shot, and he fell into the ocean. Thing is, from where I saw he got shot, it was round the shoulder area, so he's probably not dead because he never fucking dies. God, he's like another Reiner. He just never dies, ever. And this is the thing, is like, I was thinking, like in the last episode I said like, if he doesn't die, then maybe it's a case where they kind of like lock him up. But then I guess there's that many Jaegerists, they still hold control over Paradis that you can't really keep, unless you like sort of keep them locked in secret. But I was wondering, like, that there's no one there to stay behind. And then obviously Shada showed up. I was like, oh yeah, we do have people to stay behind. Maybe they can lock them up now. But then they killed themselves. And then, so like, the only people remaining on Paradis that like would perhaps be capable, and even then I don't really think so, is the sort of like the cadets that Shadis was talking to. You know, the ones that like were indebted to him because he actually came and saved his life after they like kicked the shit out of him beforehand. Like, Shadis told him, like, he told them that like just hang out and remain, act loyal, and then when the time comes to rebel. So like, those are the only people, you know. And I don't know if we'll ever see them again. So I don't know, but as far as I'm concerned, I just don't think Flock's dead. One shot to around the shoulder area, I don't think it's going to do it. So, and then yeah, we have like Annie at the very end, who, you know, basically being told that there's nothing we can do. The barrier's gone. Means that she can't get back to save her father, which was her only reason. And then we see her in a state that we've never actually seen her before, like breaking down, crying, and then, you know, saying to Mikasa, which is interesting. Like, you know, like, I'll ask you again, like, would you be able to kill Eren? And at first I was wondering, like, does she mean that in a way of, I mean, she's breaking down with grief, right? But like the idea behind it, the thought, I originally thought that did she mean it like, well, I'm going to kill Eren now? Like, this is revenge almost. Like an underlying sort of meaning to the words, possibly. But then she comes out with the whole thing of like, I'm sick of fighting. I'm sick of killing. I'm done with this. Like, I don't want to kill you, anyone here, not even Eren. So it's like, maybe it was a sort of a cry out to them to, like, if you're gonna talk with him, like, stop him from doing what he's doing. Like, please just stop him from doing it. Like, don't make me have to fight him. And that's what it is. Like, I always felt it was interesting with Annie, like, that, you know, Annie, I felt kind of had a thing for Eren, so I was always sort of skeptical about how much, like, Annie would be willing to kill off Eren, you know. And then maybe if it was a case that, you know, he was responsible for her father's death, then maybe that would turn her. But the way that she's kind of broken down there, not wanting to fight, then, you know, maybe it is a case. This is the thing, is like what I've said before, is I just don't think that Eren is willing to give it up, which means they're going to be forced into a situation where they're going to have to kill him for a mark. Like, you know, I've talked about before, like, Eren almost becomes a martyr to the world, where the rest of the world see the Paradis lot kill Eren, or fighting off Eren, and therefore in turn, like, they decide to have, you know, peace with them, because they see them actually fighting for them and trying to actually rescue them. So I just feel like that's the way that it's almost destined to go. I just don't see a way, like, a world in which Eren comes out of this sort of, like, without being that martyr, you know. It would just feel weird if he just came out of it and went, alright, well, I guess we'll stop. Just doesn't seem that would be the way, you know. So we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, yeah, that is all I've got. So thank you everyone for watching. If you do want to get access, early access right now to episode 28, the final episode, then you can do by going to the link in the description below. But that is all I've got. So thank you for watching. In the description below, I have links to certain things. One of them is the Discord, so you can get yourself over there if you wish. And I also have a Patreon page as well. So if you do want to support me on Patreon, that'd be very much appreciated. There is a bunch of different tiers and rewards there, like early access gives you access to shows a week early. There's the full-length tier, which gives you access to all the full-length reactions to all the shows I do, and then there is the exclusive tier which gives you access to all of the full-length movie reactions that I do, which are coming soon, so look out for those. But that's all I've got, so thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.